and working out my quads. But you can sit in Sukhasana, that easy crisscross applesauce pose if you like. Not sure if you can see it, but I'm sitting on a block because it's a little easier on my knees in this pose. All right, so come to a comfortable seat and roll those shoulders up, around, and down the back. Take a big breath in and lengthen the spine upward. And on the exhale, close the eyes. Just let in one person. And then close the eyes. So just starting with our centering. Make sure everybody's muted because this class is recorded for our on-demand channel. When this class is being recorded, it is December, so holiday time. A very unusual holiday time because of COVID-19. Soften the jaw and soften the eyes. Close the eyes. Well, I tell you a little story, which is the intention of this class, and I also posted it on Instagram and Facebook. It's a story about family and who our entire world is. So there's a family dispute between two brothers. Who does mom and dad love the most? And mom and dad are like, oh, really? All right, so they set them an impossible task to keep the kids quiet. These two kids are Ganesha and Kartikeya, two brothers. And the parents are Parvati and Shiva. And Shiva says, okay, boys, the first one to run around the world wins a prize, and you'll be the most favored god of the pantheon of gods and all that. And I'll give you a magic mango, you'll have special powers, whatever. Just be quiet, just run around the world. And Kartikeya is like athletic and strong and fast and lean. And Ganesha is chubby and heavier and slower. So Shiva goes, go! And Kartikeya runs off, races off. And Ganesha stands there. And he's thinking, and obviously thinking, there is no way I'm going to win this race. I mean, if I go around the world. And then Shiva and Parvati are like, what's going on with Ganesha? Like, he's not even trying. Come on, what's going on? And Ganesha slowly walks over to his parents. And then he starts to walk around his parents. Once, twice. And then on the third time, Kartikeya comes back and he's like, dude, you didn't even go anywhere. And Shiva and Parvati say, well, we are his entire world. He has shown us that his world, his entire world are his parents, his family. So of course, you know who won. But I'm telling you this story because of this season, and to invite you during this practice to think about who is your entire world. Who is in your universe, your galaxy, that if that element was missing, that a part of you would be missing? Who is currently in your world right now? Send them text messages if they're not close by, Zoom meetings or calls or emails. But let them know that they are your world. And we don't need to circle the globe right now, thanks to technology, to let these people know. So with that story told, please come over to all fours on the mat and come to child's pose and turn the palms up. Come to child's pose and turn the palms up. And while you're in child's pose with the palms turned up, forehead towards the mat, think about the people in your life, intimate, less intimate, who form your world, your universe, your galaxy. And breathe. Today I emailed people from my graduate course that I did a couple of years ago. I left a package for my mailman, Jorge. Love him. They're not as close to my world as my children and my husband or my mother, but they are my world. And holding forward in the supine position with the palms up, sending thanks that you have this world to navigate around and that you're blessed to have this world. Sometimes we travel very far to realize that what is most dear to us is in our backyard. Take a big breath in. And on the exhale, come to all fours. Come to all fours. Take a big breath in here and start with cat-cows. Inhaling head, neck, tailbone up. And exhaling, pulling the belly button towards the spine. Inhaling, collarbones wide, tailbone up. And exhale, pulling the belly button towards the spine. Do that a few times on the rhythm of your own breath. And then come to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees, press into those hands for Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing, stretching the hamstrings, pressing into the hands, shake the head yes, shake the head no. A little look, folks that are on this video live. Excellent, take a big breath in and shift the weight forward into plank. Nice, you can always drop the knees if you need to. And exhale, downward facing. Very good. Nice day. Take another breath in. Shift the weight forward on the breath in for plank. Good, Diane. Nice, Samantha. And exhale back, downward facing. A few more of those on your own breath. Inhaling forward to plank and exhaling downward facing. Close the eyes and move with the breath that is in your body. That is vinyasa. Flowing with the breath, moving with the breath. Exhaling for downward facing. Inhaling one more plank wherever you're at, and exhaling downward facing. Big breath in here. And exhale, lower those knees to the mat. Knees to the mat. And step the right foot between the hands. And sink the hips and lengthen the spine. Come high up on those fingertips. Collarbones wide. That's it, Nancy. Yep. And exhale, shift the weight back. Straighten that right leg as much as you can. Send the toes up. So I have a block here. You can always do this with blocks. And then come forward, lift the chest. This is the inhale. Bending the front knee, shifting the weight forward, and then exhaling back. And again, inhaling forward and exhaling back. Woo, two more like that. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Last one, inhaling forward and exhaling, straightening that right leg, toes up. Walk forward, bring the right knee to meet the left. If chaturanga is in your practice, which I think it is for some of you, feel free to go down in chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, which I am demoing right now. Inhale, lift head, neck, chest. And remember to lengthen the back of the neck. So if this is happening, find a little more length between the shoulders and the ears. Exhaling, hips to heels, press into the hands, tailbone up, Adho Mukha. Shake the head from side to side, up and down. Heels heavy, tailbone light. A great place to think about your entire world, and maybe some new folks are popping in to the mind and to the heart, sending your blessings out, making this practice a blessing to all of them. And exhale, lower the knees down. So left foot forward this time. Sink the hips, lift the chin and the chest, hands line up with the left foot. Well, left ankle, right? Take a breath in and exhale, shift the weight back. Ardha Hanumanasana. Left toes up towards the ceiling, and maybe the hands are on a block or on that front shin or thigh. Work with what you've got and modify as needed. Walk forward, inhale, and exhale back. It's an open level class, so take this where it works for you. Inhale, head, neck, chest up. Exhale, flowing back. Just a couple more like that. Inhaling, head, neck, tailbone up. Exhaling back. And walking forward, inhaling, head, neck, tailbone up. And exhaling back. Walk the hands forward, bring the left knee to meet the right. And either from plank, lowering down to chaturanga, or from knees, lowering chest and chin to the mat, elbows close to the body. Inhaling, peeling the head, neck, chest up and lengthen. And exhaling, Adho Mukha, downward facing, pressing into the hands, sending the tailbone up. Feels heavy, abs engaged. Shaking the head from side to side, up and down. And then look towards the hands and take a little walk towards the hands, folding forward at the top of the mat. As I peel off my layers, as I warm up. Okay, so at the top of the mat, hands in prayer, roll up to Tadasana, close the eyes, bring the shoulder blades together on the back. Lift the chin as if somebody's holding you by the ears and finding a little more spaciousness in that spine. Take a breath in and a slow breath out. Starting with a modified sun sal. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up, reach, stretch. Exhaling, hinging at the hips, softness in the knees, especially if you have lower back issues. Folding towards the earth. Inhale to a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Belly tight. And on the exhale, bend the knees enough to bring the hands to the floor and step the right foot all the way back. All the way back. Lower the right knee to the mat. Uncurl the toes. Engage the lower abs. You notice how my lower back moved as I engage the abs? It protects the lower back as you engage the abs. So engage the abs and then sweep those arms up, lifting the chest up, lifting the chin up, length in the back of the neck. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Inner rotation of those hands, opening the heart. So that's the intention for this class. Recognizing where our heart is. That's where our whole world is. Where love flows. Take a big breath in. And exhale, hands frame the front foot. Left knee to meet the right. Either downward facing child's pose or chaturanga dandasana, or knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhaling, lifting, head, neck, chest. And exhaling, Tailbone up, Adho Mukha. Deep, full breaths. In Adho Mukha, thinking, can you breathe so deeply that you fill up the back body? That you can feel the back body move. Take a big breath in and out. So either step the left foot between the hands or lower the knees and then step the left foot between the hands. So it's the same side, same pose. Engage the lower abs and sweep the hands up, lift and lengthen. Woo, sink the hips at the same time. So we get a nice quad stretch in the right thigh. Opening in the chest. Take a big breath in, open that heart. Keep the chest where it is and sweep the hands back. If it is available, interlacing the hands behind the back, opening that heart, close the eyes, and breathing out those blessings to your world. Take a big breath in, and exhale, hands frame the left foot. Curl and tuck the right toes, lift the right knee off the floor, and bring the right foot to meet the left. Folding forward, Uttanasana. Stretching the hamstrings, stretching the calves. Tucking the chin in, getting a little bit of length in the back of the neck. Soften the knees, press into the feet, reverse swan dive. Inhale all the way up. And exhaling, hinging at the hips, folding forward again, all the way down. Uttanasana again. Inhale for a flat back. Find that length between the tailbone and the top of the head. And then exhaling, bend the knees, hands on the floor. This time it's the left foot that goes back. Hands in line with the right ankle. Finding that length and contracting strongly the left quad. Lower the left knee to the mat. Sink the hips, then engage the abs. Sweep the arms up and lengthen. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Close the eyes, little Buddha smile on the edges of the lips. Up and lift that heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back. And exhale, hands frame the right foot. Right knee comes to meet the left. Either knees, chest, chin, or from plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, lifting head, neck, chest, lengthen the back of the neck. Good. Exhale, curl the toes, hips to heels, up and back, downward facing Adho Mukha Svanasana. Long breaths in and slow that breath out. Making the exhalation, controlling it to make it slower than the inhalation, reduces anxiety. Take a breath in and out. And then either step the right foot between the hands or come to table and then step the right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee down, sink the hips, engage the abs, sweep those arms up, lift the heart, lift the chest, lift the chin. Ooh, opening, close the eyes. Sending out the blessings. Who would you walk around? Who is your entire world? Blessings of thanks. I can tell you one of the people, well, it's not a person, my cat. She's part of the group of people I would walk around. Sweep the hands back. And if it's available for the shoulders, maybe interlacing the hands. But that's pretty intense, right? That's a pretty intense shoulder opener. So just do what works for the body that you're blessed with. Take a breath in And exhale, both hands, frame that right foot. Tuck the left toes under and step the left foot to meet the right at the top of the mat, folding forward. Tuck the chin in. Find length between the shoulders and the ears. Stretching in the back of the legs. And if the knees were bent the first few rounds, maybe trying to straighten a little bit more and see how the back feels. Bend the knees, press into the feet. Reverse swan dive, inhale all the way up, beautiful. Exhale, hands at the heart. Okay. I'm gonna switch sides just so that I can keep on facing you. So from here, inhale the arms up, exhale, hinging, floating forward, Uttanasana, forward bend. And from here, send the right leg up in the air. So we're gonna be playing with open hip and closed hip for a little bit. Open the right hip, send that leg up higher, then bring the right hip internal rotation so the knee faces the floor. Again, open the hip, get a little higher, and then internal rotation, knee facing the floor. Bend the left knee, step the right foot all the way back. Press into the feet and sweep those arms up. Chest forward, hips forward. Finding that length from the fingertips to the feet. Get really solid on the feet. And if you're feeling wobbly, move the back foot out to the edge of the mat. And if you're still wobbly, move the front foot out to the edge of the mat so you have a wider stance. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands in prayer. Right elbow over to left knee for a revolved prayer twist. Right elbow over to left knee. And if you're still wobbly, feel free to lower the back knee to the mat. If the right knee is still off the floor, release it to the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, just like we did in the beginning. Take a big breath in. And exhale, hands frame the left foot. Shift the weight back. Again, and like we did in the beginning of the class, sending those toes up. And see if there's a little more availability here. If you have a Hanumanasana, feel free as well. Soften the jaw and the gaze. Walk the hands forward. Plant the left foot on the floor. Take the right knee off the floor, hands on the inside of that left foot, and take a walk over to the right toes. Turn both toes in to fold forward. Wide angled forward bend. Parasita Padottanasana. It's a wonderful place to regroup, slow down the breath. I love to shake my head from side to side and up and down. I find that gravity helps release some tension and create a little bit of space in the back, in the neck, in the vertebrae, in the cervical curve of the spine. And come to a flat back, walk the hands forward. Yep. I'm just walking over to the right toes. So the other side of the mat. Pivot the right foot so it faces the other side of the mat and come to the ball of the left foot. Ball of the left foot. Left hand stays on the floor, right hand twist. Internal rotation of that left hip, bringing out a detoxing pose here. Big breath in. And exhale, hands frame the right foot. Lower the left knee down. And heel toe the right foot over to the edge of the mat. Then bring the right shin to the mat for pigeon. Yep, just heel toe the right foot across the edge of the mat, then bring the shin down, then slide that left leg back. Walk the hands back to lift the chest. Find that lift. Take a big breath in, opening the heart. Staying up for a little bit longer here. Either stay here, and remember to even out the hips. If you're leaning over to one side, prop yourself up so that the hips are even, in line with each other. If it is available, only if it's available, interlacing the hands behind the back and lifting the chest. Opening the heart to your entire world. All the love that you already have. Good. And exhale, fold forward over the right shin. Over the bent right leg. Surrendering to gravity and to time. Walk the hands back, lift the head, neck, chest. Lean over. So lean over onto that right hip and swing the left foot forward and over the right leg. So the left knee is bent, pointing up towards the ceiling. The right knee is on the floor where it was in pigeon. So you're the other end of the mat in a twisty shape. Take the fleshy part out from under the sits bones. Inhale, lift those arms up. Nice. And exhale, twist towards the left knee. Right hand on the shin, on the knee, the outside of the knee. Left hand helps, presses into the floor, close to the lower back to find that length. Some people can get their elbow all the way on the outside of that left leg. Some people bind. It's an open class, so take what works. Looking, if your neck is okay with it, looking over that left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, unwind. Bring both hands behind the lower back. And plant the hands down as solidly as you can get them. Lean back. Uncross the legs. Bend the knees for a half boat pose. Maybe the hands in line. I couldn't resist for some core. Maybe straightening those legs. Yogi's choice. And release the hands down. Release the feet down. Swing around to table. And either a yummy child's pose, downward facing, or a vinyasa. Right? Take what works for you. And what you need today, which may be different than yesterday, which may be different from tomorrow. And come through table. If you're in downward facing, wherever you're at, find. Good. Yep. Everybody in table. And step the right foot between the hands. Now bring both hands inside of that right foot. Take the left knee off the floor and bring that left heel to the floor, pivoting so the outside of the left foot is parallel to the back of, well, technically the front of the mat. Turn the right toes in. Bend that right knee a lot, so it's like a half squat. Left toes up. Use the floor, furniture, hold on to something. Maybe hands in the heart. It's a little bit of a balance. Maybe you can find a little more length in the upper body. And then exhaling, either balancing or using the floor, whatever you got, switching over to the other side. Left toes turn in. Start bending the left knee, shifting the weight into that left foot, and right toes go up. So we're just doing the other side, coming back to the front of the mat. And maybe in prayer, maybe on the floor, holding on to something that's nearby. Weight on that left foot, left foot. Now look over to the left foot, hands frame the left foot and come to the ball of the right foot. So we're coming back to where we started, ball of that left foot. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, right foot up in the air for that standing split. And hold the pose here, finding strength in stillness, and both feet together. Bend the knees, press into the feet, reversal and dive, inhale all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. So over to the other side, we're starting with the left foot this time. Inhale those arms up, lengthen, reach, and exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward. And then send the left leg up in the air, and here we play with that hip open, hip close. Open the left hip, maybe the left leg goes up higher. Exhale, rotate the left hip down, left knee towards the floor. Doing that a few times, left hip open. Then left hip internal rotation, knee towards the floor. And another time. And down. And lower the left foot to the floor. Left heel stays off the floor. Pressing into the feet, sweeping the arms up, and check in. Am I wobbly? Maybe heel toeing that right foot out to the edge of the mat. Maybe moving the left foot out to the edge of the mat so the feet are wider. Chest forward, hips forward. Finding length through the fingertips and the spine, and exhale, hands at the heart, and twist. Left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Belly button towards the spine. Big breath in. And exhale. Both hands down. Lower the left knee to the mat. Hold on. And shift the weight back to straighten that right leg. And breathe. And if you have a Hanumanasana, holding here for a little bit. And walk those hands forward. Take the left knee off the floor. Hands on the inside of the right foot. Turn those right toes in and fold. Then walk it all the way over to the left side. Turn the left toes out. Finding that length. Lower the right knee down and heel toe the right foot across the edge of the mat. Lowering the right, not the right foot, it's the left shin. Left shin towards the edge of the mat. Sliding the right leg back. Evening out those hips so they're in line with each other, not one higher than the other. And lift the chin and the chest. And notice how one side is different than the other. So I know it's a little bit harder for me on this side. I'm feeling it. It's a lot hotter. The outside of my left hip is burning a lot more than the outside of my right hip. Yeah, the first time. No judgment. That's just the way it is. Either stay here, lifting the chest, lifting the chin, or interlacing the hands if your shoulders are okay with that. And then exhaling, folding over that left shin. Breathe. Another place to see if you can breathe so deeply that you can feel all of the back body move with each breath in and out. We often think about the breath only happening in the front of the body, but it's a 360 thing. And in 3D. So breathing here. Now walk the hands back, lift the chin and the chest. Lean over onto the left side. Take the back leg, the right leg, bring it forward, and you're cross it over the left leg. So the right knee is bent, left knee is tucked underneath. Right knee on top, left leg underneath. That's it. Inhale, lift those arms up, and exhale, twist towards the right knee. Right hand on the floor, close to the lower back to keep that length. Left hand wrapping around maybe the shin, the ankle, maybe around the outside of the thigh. Some folks can get the elbow on the outside there. And if you have a bind, that's also an option. It's an open level class. Take what works, let go of what does not. Looking over that right shoulder. Take a big breath in, keep that length in the spine, and exhale, release and unwind. Bring both hands towards the lower back on the floor. Lean into the hands, lean back, uncross the legs, either holding onto the floor for this half boat, maybe trying out to balance a little bit, and maybe straightening those legs. And release the feet down and swing around. And either child's pose, downward facing, or a vinyasa, yogi's choice. And wherever you are, come to table. Left foot between the hands, and then hands on the inside of the left foot. Curl and tuck the right toes, lift that right knee up. Then bring the right heel to the floor, outside of the foot, parallel to the back of the mat. Turn the left toes in. Shift the weight into that left foot with awareness as much as is available. Sending the right toes up. Hands at the heart. And switching sides. Turning the right toes in and with awareness. Bending the right knee, sending the left toes up. Just going to the other side. Going to the other side for Skandasana. And then hands frame the right foot, come to the ball of the left foot. Find that length. And hop off the left foot for standing split to complete the standing flow. And bring both feet together. Little bend in the knees, shake the head yes, shake the head no. And bring the hands to the floor and take a little walk with the feet all the way back to downward facing. Bend the knees, send the heels up high, and then send the tailbone up high, and then get heavy in the heels and try to keep the tailbone high. If it is available, lifting the right leg up and bending the knee and opening the hip, just like you did with a standing split. Stacking the right hip bone on top of the left and opening that right hip. It's an open level class, so if you want to flip the dog or do wild things, a great place to do that. Take a big breath in wherever you're at. And exhale, release the right foot down. Other side. Left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Yep, looks good. Wild thing or flipping the dog. And exhale, both feet down. Shift the weight forward and lower down to the mat. And bring the hands as wide, wider than the shoulders, and come high up on those fingertips. Press into the toenails, press into the hip bones, and inhale, lift the head, neck, chest off the floor. And exhale, release down. Doing that again a few more times. Inhaling, lifting the head, neck, chest off the floor. And exhale, release down. And the last one, inhaling, head, neck, chest off the floor. And exhale down. Bring the arms alongside the body. Palms facing the thighs. Keep the toes on the floor. And inhale, lift the head, neck, chest up, and the arms. Toes are still on the floor. So we're just practicing here. And bring the shoulder blades together on the back. So if the back is rounding, squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit more. And release down. This time the head and the hands stay on the floor. Point the toes and lift the legs off a little bit. Maybe the knees come off the floor, maybe the thighs come off the floor. Legs stay straight. And release down. Now pulling that all together, lengthening the fingertips, the arms, lifting them up, maybe interlacing them if your shoulders are okay with that. Point the toes, lift the legs off the floor for locust pose, shalabhasana. Interlacing is an option, and if dhanurasana is in your practice, both pose, feel free to take that here. And exhale, release. Bend the knees, windshield wipe the ankles from side to side. And press into those hands. And come to lie on the back and wrap the arms around the knees. Wrap those arms around the knees. It's like an upside down child's pose. Little rock from side to side. Eyes closed. And time for a happy baby. Ananda Balasana, sometimes called bug pose. Either grabbing the outsides of the feet, the outsides of the thighs, and trying to align the ankles over the knees. Maybe it's the shins. Some folks can get their feet. But holding this pose, wherever, whichever option works for the body that you're in, holding the pose. Letting gravity and the time spent here deepen the pose. And then bring both feet to the mat, knees bent. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. And interlace the hands behind the thigh or the calf or the foot or the toes. Flex the right foot. And make sure it's even. I see often it happens to me too. The foot kind of sickles in here. Even flatten out the foot. Close the eyes. Again, coming to the end of the class, holding these poses a little bit longer to prepare our minds for Shavasana. Our bodies are ready. Our bodies like Shavasana, yeah, we're there. But our minds need a little bit of training. This is training wheels. This section of the class are the training wheels before Shavasana, helping guide the mind to stay present. When the mind wanders, bringing it back to this moment and back to our intention of sending our energetic blessings out to our entire world, our world. You know who they are. And switch legs. Right foot on the floor, right knee bent, left leg up in the air. Flexing the foot, other side. I just thought about my neighbor. She's in my world too. She's a senior and she lives by herself. But we always invite her to things when it's not COVID time. And I packed up Thanksgiving dinner for her and just took it over to her house, but we stayed socially distanced. She's part of my world too. Your heart is big enough to love all these people. Maybe you didn't realize how much love you had in your heart or how big your world was. I can truly say from Dina and myself, each one of you on this call, on this Zoom call, are also in that world. And I'll encompass it to anyone who takes this class on demand. Our yoga family. And release the left leg. Hug both knees towards the chest, a little rock to the left, a little rock to the right. And think about what you need right now is Shavasana. If that's the case, please cover up and put some maybe socks and sweaters on while the body starts to cool down because it's winter. Or maybe hands underneath the lower back just to lift those hips up a little bit and extend the feet up towards the ceiling. And if you have an inversion practice that you're used to, feel free to throw that in here. Just one or two long, slow breaths in and out. And if you are not already in Shavasana, preparing the body for Shavasana, socks, sweaters, making the body comfortable so that the mind isn't distracted. This is called pratyahara in yoga, withdrawal of the senses. Pranayama, once you're settled in, start to focus on that breath. Pranayama. Focusing, controlling the mind to focus on one thing, like the breath, or a guided meditation, is called dhyana, called dharana. Dharana. So focusing on that breath, and if and when the mind wanders, just coming back to the breath. Maybe for a moment or two, letting go of the focus on the breath and just allowing the mind to float quietly, staying present. Maybe it needs to be guided back to the present moment with the breath, releasing all judgment. And from this place of presence, staying present, start circling your world with your thoughts and your feelings and your heart. Surrendering in Shavasana for the moments that you have here, allowing the feet to flop open and the hands to turn upward, surrendering a little deeper to gravity. And if lying flat on the back on the floor is uncomfortable for the lower back, bend the knees and plant the feet on the floor. Might give a little bit of relief for the lower back. With each in breath, filling your heart up with those thoughts, those people that make up your world. And on each out breath, sending out the fullness of your heart to them. Breathing in love. Breathing out, sending out that love. Relaxing completely in Shavasana, knowing that I am keeping track of time, giving yourself permission to just let go for a couple more minutes. Now taking the training wheels off of this meditation called Shavasana while lying on your back or your side, if that is more comfortable depending on the body that you have. Invite you to 3 minutes of silence where I will stop speaking for 3 minutes. And your yoga exercise is to bring the mind present every time that it wanders. Maybe using the breath, body, whatever yoga tool you have in the toolbox. from this class and others, knowing that I am keeping track of time. We'll start those 3 minutes of deep meditation now. Slowly start to deepen the breath. Sigh the air out, unhinge the jaw, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And then stretch those arms overhead, point the toes, stretch the toes. Little wiggle of the fingers, little circle of those feet. And then exhale, pull the knees in towards the chest if you're lying on the back. And roll over to one side. And slowly, slowly, slowly come up to a comfortable seat. Bring both hands to the heart. And ending our class with a little mudra. So the mudra, I will not be mirror image to you. The left hand goes in a fist and the thumb is on the outside, kind of covers up the fingers. The right hand goes underneath, like cupping the left fist. And the fist comes right underneath the rib cage by the solar plexus. Back is nice and long. This is a mudra for divine guidance, inspiration. So in this moment here, where would you like guidance? Ask the question, whatever that question is. It could be, what do I do with the rest of my day? What do I do first? What is most important? It could be something much more profound than that. It is your question. Take another big breath in. Exhale, fold forward, sealing in the benefits of this practice. And trust the answer. And if the answer didn't come, maybe it will come later on. Just trust the process. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. And if I don't see you before, have whatever holidays you celebrated or still celebrate. Happy holidays.